And welcome back to the HCS Pro League Elamite NC2, getting ready to bring you the second match of the night here from the Xfinity desk. And of course, that is going to be Team Envyus going up against Ronin eSports. Let's go ahead and take a look at these two squads here. Of course, you got Pistola, Hook, Migwin, and Snipedown going up against L-Town, Spartan, Straight Sick, and of course, Suspector here. And now taking a look at Team Envyus in particular, 1 win streak. 2-3, something definitely surprising considering the performances we've seen from these guys, the tournaments that they've been able to win, including the Daytona one that just recently happened here. And now they're sitting, pretty low in the rankings. Yeah, taking a look at Snipedown, Eric Rona, 26. Man, that guy's old. 1.73 KDA, 15 perfect kills, competing since 2008. We'll count it since 2007. I think since 2007, because he claims to have been the best Halo 2 player in the world online. Never had an opportunity to go to an event, though. Everyone's got that excuse. And of course, let's go ahead and take a look at the series layout here. This is what these two teams are going to be facing off on. The Rig Strongholds, Coliseum Slayer, Fathom CTF, 4 and 5. Empire Strongholds followed by an Eden Slayer. Yeah, I feel like this is a good game type to start off right now for Ronin, because you're going to have really fast-paced gameplay. You're going to have an opportunity to get something to start. You're going to be able to play from the blue side and possibly get that nest captured, possibly get that bottom middle captured, make your way out on over towards the scatter shot, add some aggression over towards that railgun. However, red side most likely going to be trying to add that aggression towards the camo. So I actually really like these game types for Ronin to possibly pull off the upset. Yeah, I mean, I think these definitely can play out in their favor here. One of the key parts, though, is shutting down Migwin. Migwin has been playing phenomenally since Halo World Championships, earlier in the year here. Even before that fall season, he has amazing performances. He's done incredible things, and especially the ones that come to mind are anything on the rig, anything on, almost any map in general. He's got a ridiculous shot. His map movement is on top. He's always making solid decisions. Yeah, exactly. He is incredible now. But the thing is as much as you want to, look at individual greatness, I think that Halo 5 is a game of mistakes. If you make mistakes, it's just about not making mistakes, right? If you have the setup, you've obviously worked hard to get to that setup. Now it's your job not to make a mistake, okay? And it's all about limiting that, and that's what Optic Gaming does so well. That's what Envy used to do so well, but we've seen them sometimes make one big mistake to miss the game. Just like when we see Sherifin had the rockets and the sniper rifle, they weren't able to capitalize in the Coliseum CTF. So I'm looking at, for when someone gets the weapons, what are they going to do with them? Are they going to make a mistake, or are they going to go on a run? And we're going to find out a lot about Ronin here just from Suspector. Yeah, we'll see how this plays out. He's got the scatter shot, trying to lock down and prevent Basement from being captured. Not a bad position to be in. Spots the Camel player, gets the double kill. That's 3 dead here for Envyus, and of course, last player alive. No surprise here. Oh my God. This is exactly what I'm talking about, man. Tom, that's exactly not a mistake. What are you talking about? That's a huge mistake. Now he's 3 dead. I mean, come on, man. This is exactly what I was talking about. Do something with the weapons. Okay, great. Don't make a mistake. Oh, jump off the map. Okay, now you're getting punished. Right. I mean, in that scenario, it was a 2v1. Essentially, he should have been taken out. Why was he even jump? What was he doing? Well, I mean, we've seen it before. Sometimes you just get a little too antsy and just hit that thrust button right off the map top. I guess. There's a big beatdown right here. If he can get the kill, there it is. No reset coming in, and the triple cap coming in. Migwin now going to add some pressure on over to the BR base. Is he going to fly all the way in, though? Comes in when it's only a sliver away. If he can get that, he will get the beatdown. No one from Ronin was there to help. That's a huge mistake by Ronin. And guess who it is, Tom? None other than Migwin, the last guy to stay alive, scared Suspector off the map, and then gets the reset in BR base. It's true. I mean, he just flexed those giant Migwin muscles, and then Suspector immediately just jumps right off the map, and now he's adding even more aggression on over to the nest, making a possible another triple cap for Envy. Oh, and we'll see on the screen, Migwin grabs another assist here. He's working on capturing this nest. BR base is going to go over to Ronin, but as we say that, BR basement is still over in control of Envy, so they're going to continue racking the points up here on the board. Yeah, Migwin's going to stay on the map as well. A little bit of YY there to cancel the grenade animation. He gets hit with a grenade from the enemy team. Now he's no shields, trying to wait for his shields to come back up before he challenges L-Town. Finally making his way out of there with his life. Now helping across the map as Pistola gets a kill. Ooh, nice there by Straight Sick when he's no shields to pick that one up. Possibly
creating an opportunity for L-Town. L-Town thought he had a sticky grenade. Instead, chucks a frag right at his head and somehow is able to live, but not for long as Snipedown comes in with the cleanup. Speaking of Snipedown, also has Railgun and another triple cap. None of this would be happening if Suspector was still on the map, by the way.
Ronin is trying to get basement, but Envyus is collapsing, and whether or not they get the reset, that's going to tell the story. Yes, they do get it. So that's a reset with the triple cap. 2 dead. This is the problem with mistakes. Sometimes you just get punished so heavily. Luckily for them, Snipedown missed that first Railgun shot. Make that a second miss, too. And just like that, that triple cap is going to be gone. And speaking of which, map control is gone here as Ronin also captures basement. So Ronin kind of getting lucky there, because I thought that was going to be Envy just collapsing on his spot and running away with this.
Yeah, and it's going to happen, though, because eventually Snipedown's going to pick up this overkill here.
That's gonna 3 one-shot kills?
Yeah, that's a typical Snipedown overkill, though. It's like, get the 3 one-shot kills, and then I'll BR the guy that you had first shot on. And then, you know, throw a lucky grenade as they're spawning over in bunker, and somehow that guy gets hit with a team grenade, and then it's a kill tag.
Let's talk about, he plays on Boxer and sticks more people than I've ever seen before.
A nice little thrust there, but Suspector going to come in with the cleanup and pinch him. I haven't seen anything coming out control-wise from these guys because of the amount of pressure that Envy's been adding on the map. Nice bait and switch, gets Straight Six somehow a kill there in a situation he probably shouldn't even got one. Now Pistola trying to do some wizard-like things over here, just using the wall to his advantage, completely working Suspector on over towards that catwalk. Now trying to even help his teammate get another kill. This time it's going to be Migwin finding one onto L-Town. Give that guy a wingman.
Yeah, we'll see what Pistola is able to do here. Gets a couple kills himself, gets rewarded with a railgun, not quite
and delivers it to his teammate. What a nice guy.
Nice pass off there.
Had to be Snipedown. Yep, hey, just delivers it right to Snipedown.
Not a bad person to make sure you get that weapon too, but just as I say that, great job by Ronin, working on the nest, collapsing on Whitehall. They're gonna get that railgun, but it's 80-14 now, Tom. This is a big deficit to try and overcome.
Yeah, it is, but you do have an opportunity here if Straight Six able to just lock this area down on the map. I'm not a big fan of that drop. It's just, I don't understand why people try to flank over towards the bottom SMG side when you're controlling basement and nest. It does not make any sense at all. You're going from the, ooh, nice job by L-Town there, but going back to the play, this play too, it just, I mean, he has players spawning over there, so it makes a little bit more sense because now you're trying to retake this so you can get some points on the board. But in a situation where you have basement and nest, going over towards the SMG is literally the worst thing that you can do.
Yeah, I mean, you can always, especially if the enemy team recognizes you're going on a flank here, that's their opportunity to push out the base, use the numbers advantage here. Generally, you know, trading BR base for basement, or trading basement, I should say, for BR base is not going to be one you want to do here. So that's why sometimes flanking those SMGs, just you get punished hard for it.
L-Town over here coming in with the railgun, trying to find some points on the board there, making his way on over towards BR base. Is he going to be able to do anything though? He has scattershot, he has railgun, he's out of ammo for both. It's not going to last very long as you're going to see a rotation coming in for Ness. He does put that scattershot on spawn, so it should be popping up in 10 seconds, but he needs to hit this jump over there. There it is, hits the clamor over there, 20 seconds for the next railgun. Team nade comes in out of nowhere and takes him down to half shields. Now he has to fight at a disadvantage.
Yeah, we'll see if he focuses on the basement here. This was just a nobody even, well, Rail was still a good ways away. Nobody was able to get any kind of angles on the nest, and they just sacrificed 2 deaths. They have to wait for everyone to come off spawn again, and they literally have 1 opportunity left based on the time and score of this game to get in that basement hill or get into this nest. And unless they put 2 people in that hill, this is coming down to the end. They cannot let it be contested whatsoever. Basement is going to be captured. Snipedown does a great job of preventing the triple cap.
Game. There it is, because you have basement being captured. Ola's already over towards the BR base. It's just a matter of time here before it happens. There it is. That is going to be game number 1 going on over to Envy. What were we talking about? You can't make mistakes. We saw a mistake right from the first minute of the game and then continually punished over and over again. It's like a turnover in sports, right? And when you're going up against the best team, say that you're in the finals, right? All of a sudden, if, you know, Steph Curry passes the ball to LeBron right underneath his hoop, what is he going to do? LeBron's going to dunk it, right? That's exactly what we just saw.
Yeah, I mean, that was a tough loss for Ronin, especially with how hot they started off out the gates there. Keep in mind, Suspector gets the scatter shot. Hiding connector spots 2 players, one of which had camo, and goes 2 for 0 and gets map control. And speaking of which, we're watching that on your screen right now.
Please show the jump off map. Oh, because that would have been a sick highlight for the Envy side of things.
Yeah, I mean, that was
Mikwin intimidated them.
Play. Yeah, like I said there, Mikwin flexed and scared Suspector off the map with that scatter shot. And sure enough, Envy was able to just really run away with the game towards the end here.
Yeah, and again, I thought that was a good game type, a good opportunity for these guys to get something going, because it's an opportunity where you can get off to a lead. You can get basement, you can get nest, you can get the scatter shot. All you really have to do is focus down that camo guy. Well, guess what? They killed the camo guy, and they had the scatter shot, and they had the basement and the nest. So it was their opportunity to run away with that one. Now it's just so much more difficult for them. I mean, when you're going and trying to pull off an upset like this, you can't go down and lose the first game. You really just can't. I mean, Ronin's not the type of team. I don't see them being able to, reverse sweep or even win 3 out of these next 4.
Now, not to harp too much on that play, as, we already, no point in beating a dead horse here, but just to highlight on top of that, they had the double kill, they had the numbers, they had the stronghold, but what happened was he also had scatter and put scatter on respawn. So I can't remember exactly who grabbed it off respawn, but that completely influences the routes everyone else on your team has to take for the next 30 seconds or so, contesting strongholds, trying to prevent a capture, or even getting the scatter shot off respawn.
In case you guys are wondering, yes, Kyle has been using Miracle Grow for his beard. So if you guys look how full that thing is, it's beautiful.
There we go. Are we going on,
look at that
on stream?
Gorgeous, gorgeous. But now we move into another series of games where it's going to be tough for these guys, because you're the big favorite for Envy. You're so close. If you're Ronin, you're only 1 game behind in terms of this season, right? Envy has 2 wins. You're sitting at 1 win.
Yeah.
Now it's a Coliseum game where Sniper and Rockets are on the board. If you give them Sniper and Rockets to start this one, it is just going to be so ugly for these guys on Ronin, because I'm looking at the way that everyone's playing right now. Snipe down 17-6. I mean, the way that Mikwin was moving around the map, they are coming out right now full force. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're playing at 100%, but to me, Envy seems extremely focused because of the way that they were able to punish Ronin for their mistakes.
Yeah, Envy is a team of 4 people that are extremely hard to kill. So when you have a situation where you sacrifice power-ups, map control, numbers advantages, you're going to allow people like Pistola, Mikwin, who can snipe down to get away with things using their individual skill that maybe they otherwise wouldn't have been able to do. And, we saw that out of Mikwin, especially in that game, the amount of times he's able to survive and just put extra damage down on players. Even Pistola running around, didn't exactly have a ton of kills that game, but being such a distraction, racking up the assists there, and just a distraction medal alone can be so impactful.
Well, one of the things to keep in mind, though, we did say these game types were looking really solid for Ronin. They did lose this first game because of some big mistakes, but I'm looking at weapons here, and I'm looking at Straight Sick, okay? And Spartan. These guys, L-Town is, he replaced Kratos on this team. Why? For instances like this. Because L-Town, we've seen him go big in the Pro League and Slayers, especially on Coliseum before. I can recall 2 or 3 times where he's dropped 20 on this. And he doesn't do it without any weapons, too.
Right.
So I've been saying it for quite some time. In order for Ronin to be successful, they have to get the sniper rifle in Straight Sick's hands, and they have to get the rockets in someone like Spartan's hand. Doesn't mean that Suspector or L-Town can't do work with the weapons as well, but that is 100% the key to victory here for this Coliseum game.
Yeah, I mean, and they need to come out and win this game number 2. I think we pointed it out last week, is L-Town is a player that is consistently, and this is kind of more unusual than I've seen in most cases, is he will have monstrous game 2s and very lackluster performances in game 5s. So he's clearly capable of slaying, but this is a team that is really more effective coming out with a 3 or 4 game series win as opposed to going the distance.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I would love to see L-Town be able to put that together in a full series, because that has been something where he has had these phenomenal slayers, and then all of a sudden, and it's another game 5, and maybe it's regret, and he doesn't have that dominating performance. So
keep in mind, L-Town, he came from Envyus in previous seasons as well. Yeah,
so there's definitely a little bit of a grudge match for L-Town personally. Trying to beat your former teammates is definitely something that you always try to do, but this is going to be tough for them, because the way that they lost the first game allowed Envy to gain so much confidence now. You saw the way that Snipe Down was moving around. You saw the plays that Mikwin was doing. These guys, their map movement's on point, the mechanics are on point, their shots are on. I'm sure the communication there is on point as well. Keep in mind, they're the more practiced team. They probably have more developed strategies. So everything working against Ronin right now, the way that they're going to be able to do this is getting control of this sniper rifle to start. It's just sitting there. No one has made the move quite yet. Straight Sick fighting L-Town, fighting Snipetown. The two big snipers for both teams really want to get that weapon, you can tell.
Oh, this is a big, intense battle happening at Snipers. Players are just running around the pyramid area here, and Spartan.
He's still confident to stay there. That's what's crazy about it.
That is crazy. Spartan also makes a good decision just to evacuate there. Hey, it didn't work out. I didn't catch him when he was no shields. I do not want to challenge this one. Give Snipetown an opportunity to pull off a disgusting no-scope and maintain control here. And sure enough, looks like it might work out in their favor here, especially considering Straight Sick had rockets. You definitely don't want to give up a numbers advantage.
Interesting to see Snipetown still sit in this position where I felt like one of his teammates would have eventually took his spot, or he would try to rotate into something that would be a little bit more safe, but he seems to have all of the information on the table right now, understanding where everybody from Ronin is, and it's important to lock down the snipe side of the map, obviously, so no one is able to come over towards that side since it's the highest area up on the map. Fortunately for Envyus, you got Hook in a 2v1 situation, picking up both of the kills for his life. That was 3 dead for Ronin, and now Snipetown can pick players up off of the spawn, and that's what is so deadly about Snipetown, because his timing, his positioning, and obviously his shot so deadly.
And speaking of his shot, just rips the Spectre's face off right there. Does also a great job on that rotation, recognizing that the members of Ronin are going to come off spawn towards blue base, and now he recognizes they're going to get split spawns as he picks up kills over towards those blue fountain and blue cave. So this is just Envy doing what Envy is so good at, and Snipetown went from sniper side of the map all the way over here on the same set, same light, rotated across the map.
Yeah, he's done a complete rotation all the way around where he was just sniping from. That's where everybody ends up popping up on the spawns. And again, when you get sniped down in a situation where his teammates are in front of him and being aggressive, while he's got the time spawners in his head, that's what makes him so dangerous. And now you're seeing Envy just playing right into this hand perfectly. Hook finds a double kill. Snipetown now rotating the sniper rifle down low in a position that he doesn't want to be, so that's finally some sort of positive here for Ronin. But we're going to switch on over to Spartan and see if he can get anything going. Those rockets are still sitting there. Sniper coming up in 20 seconds as the rockets were just picked up by Pistola, so Spartan's got to watch out here. As L-Town picks up a double kill, that could be big, but Pistola still has the weapons, so eventually Ronin going to want to focus on getting those out of his hand and then eventually making their way over to Sniper.
Yeah, nobody pushed over towards Snipe even though they got that double kill there, so it looks like they're just splitting the map here. They got on both elbows, there's guy bottom center, and they're just trying to you know, prevent any deaths here, but this is a scary moment because Sniper is now in Mikwin's hands, and we've seen what he's able to do.
Yeah, it's slowed down a lot here. Mikwin going to get that pick onto Straight Sick. Pistola also has the weapons too, so this is not good here for Spartan. You could tell he's starting to advance on the map and feeling a little bit scared because a couple of his teammates have dropped. Nice thrust there, is going to avoid that rocket. Has taken him down to half shield, so he's going to chuck a couple of pre-grenades on anybody trying to push up over towards that route. Now a big 1v1 against Hook right there, finds it, but now having to clamor all over the place to try to keep his shields and his life. Snipetown going to find one, Mikwin going to find one. 2-on-2 scenario there, another 1v1 win for Spartan. And that's what's so crazy when you watch these things, you can tell Spartan, it's not his 1v1, you know, against Envy that is bringing them down 12 kills. He's backing everybody up. He just backed Hook off right there. He won his 1v1 against Hook. He had another nice 1v1 against Snipetown. There's so many other little things, Kyle, that roll into this game. So much of it revolving just around practice itself and communication.
Yeah, and as you see, Spartan takes a shot from Mikwin, who still has that sniper. And look at these rotations and movements together. When there's 3 players over there, you can pop out and get melted by pistols and DMRs, or you risk just being sniped. And if you're not, nobody's taking
Sniped and rocketed at the same time.
If you're not taking Mikwin out of Zoom, he is going to be tearing your whole team apart.
Big double kill there by Straight Sick, though. He takes out the sniper rifle and the rocket player, so let's see if he's going to be able to get those in his hands. He did pick up that sniper rifle. Spartan going to pick up a kill onto Snipetown, so this is the first time we've actually seen semi-control in the hands of Ronin right now. Not full control, because you can see Mikwin still firing rockets out over towards Spartan. Straight Sick going to get a kill right there. It's going to be a 2-on-2 situation as L-Town trying to help his teammate over towards that elbow area. That grenade does not go the way that he wanted to. Instead, the battle rifle shot's coming in. That's going to be a trade. Straight Sick for Mikwin. Sniper rifle down. It looks like L-Town doesn't even want that weapon, possibly leaving it for someone else. But in an instance like that, you definitely want to try to pick that one up. Straight Sick going to grab it instead. Spartan going to find a kill as well. And now L-Town just caught in no man's land over towards that snipe side of the map. 14 more kills, and Envy's going to have this one. I don't see Ronin being able to come back unless they get the rockets, because only 2 shots left in the sniper rifle. That's not anything too substantial, Colin.
Yeah, I mean, they need to make sure they're just, working together here. Right now, Straight Six caught by himself, getting collapsed on by all of Envy when he's got the sniper rifle. He needs backup here, and unfortunately, it's not going to play out that way as 2 make that 3 members get taken out. L-Town, last guy alive. Mikwin finishes off that one. 40-24, Tom, and a Coliseum game type like this, that is not a good position to find yourself in.
No, again, it's because of the amount of confidence that Envy has right now. You can tell that they're completely willing to go in and trade kills just like that. They're not scared of any 1v1s. As long as they don't die right about now, which is when both of the weapons are coming up, they're going to be in a really good spot to win this game. And you can tell, no one dying in the kill feed. They're slowing it down, posturing, waiting for the players from Ronin to make the mistake. Straight Stick gets punished. Spartan gets punished. Another player on the radar in a 2-on-4 situation. He's most likely going to drop. And then this guy right here, most likely going to drop as well after that. So that's what happens when you play the numbers game. And that's what happens when you do give up the numbers on the Ronin side. There's no reason for these guys to be pushing out individually right now, and they're just getting picked apart by Envy.
Yeah, I mean, and not only is it looking like lights out, it's looking like a steak dinner here for these guys. 47-27 with sniper rifle control still in their hands, and none other than Pistolas. This is somebody we haven't seen snipe too often. Normally it finds its way to either snipe down or Mikwin, so it's going to be interesting to see if he's able to close this one out. But just as I say that, 1 kill left. Sure enough, Pistola hits that headshot.
That steak dinner wasn't as good as the shawarma we had during our break, but, it was still good nonetheless.
That was still, Envy's got to be feeling good about that one. A 50-29 victory here. Just doing amazing overall Envyus type plays, just working together consistently, getting a majority of power weapons, power grabs, and just playing the situation slow. Yeah,
and you called it, Kyle. The player to watch out for is Mikwin in this type of game. Mikwin, 15-6-6. Everybody for Envy below 10 deaths, above 10 kills. They're starting to look like Envy that was beating Optic Gaming. That's what they're going to need to do to get back towards the top. No one ever dropping the ball. No one ever having bad games. Everybody filling the position the way that they're supposed to. Get the weapons in these guys' hands and let them do work.
Yeah, and Tom, what I want to point out is I talked about power weapons a little bit, but let's point out this. 7 power weapon grabs to 0.
Wow. That is insane. And only
9-2 as far as kills go.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they didn't even pick up the weapons just goes and shows you
map control.
Not only that, but it goes to our point again in the first game where they had the opportunity. Anytime that you can get the lead or keep it close whenever you're the underdog, that's what you have to do no matter what. You can't let things get out of control. You can't get triple capped on. Heck, you can't even get double capped on when they have the weapons. And in Coliseum, you can't allow them to get both sniper rifle and rockets. I mean, the fact that they had, what, 7 power weapon grabs instead of 9, actually. The fact that they had 7 power weapon grabs.
Well, 9 power weapon kills.
Or 9 power weapon kills, but the fact that they had 7 grabs itself compared to what,
That's
0?
Insane. Yeah, 0.
It should have been maybe 50-20, even worse. So, I mean, heck, maybe carry that stat in if you're Ronin and say, this is all we got to do, guys. Let's just focus on the railgun and the camo. A lot easier said than done.
All right, but we're starting this one off here with Suspector. We'll see if Ronin can get back into this down 2-0. Off to a good start, hits the initial jump, and no, he doesn't grab the camo first yet though.
Still a nice little trade there. Anytime that you can stop these guys from getting the camo, that's good, but they're not able to get the railgun. So now Spartan, the last guy alive, and it's the same type of thing. You're still on the ropes, all from just game number 1. And Envy has not let their foot off the pedal at all. And Ronin's a solid CTF Fathom team. We saw what they could do to straight rip it in this game type. They beat him in, what, 3 or 4 minutes in the first week of the Pro League. Obviously a different squad here, but still, they definitely have it within them.
Yeah, we'll see how this one plays out. Sight down, he has the silenced pistol here, decides to get a light rifle on top of that to get ready for some heavy damage output. It's 2 shots and a beatdown to pick up that. So that was actually a pretty good trade. I think that was L-Town to get the 3 shots and a melee there. So nice little trade considering the light rifle situation.
Yeah, and now Straight Sick posturing up towards top center and having multiple players from Envy down below. This is a great position to be in. He can just constantly rain fire over and over again. He's going to rotate and try to help these players out that have been pushing over towards the elbow side. Has a couple of weak players. That's a big kill onto Snipe Down if you can find it. Has another player, no shields around the elbow, but that player going to come in with the cleanup because the communication from Envy is just too strong. And you can even tell while Ronin has top center control, they still don't have the weapons and they're not able to do anything with it. In an instance like that, Straight Sick probably could have just stayed top center and still rained down fire from players that are pushing outside the base. Instead, he took a bad angle, made himself in a vulnerable situation, even in a 2-on-1 situation, all because he wanted to go in and respond to callouts. And now it's looking like Pistola is going to be able to put this flag cap in. He even has a teammate there to steal that one from him. That was always a little bit of, come on. Ola's a nice guy, though.
Yeah, he's sharing
he's gonna let that
flag
go.
capture.
I'm not one to share my flag caps.
Yeah, but that was absolutely Hook. Shame on you, Hook, for stealing that flag capture. No, we're just kidding here. These guys are playing for the win here, and as you can see, Pistola still just putting down so much damage, gets rewarded. He ran a flag capture and made it back into Treehouse, the top center, to grab a new railgun and actually grab yet another kill here. So this is just Envy just doing Envy things.
Camo's up. I believe Straight Sick may have gotten away with that one. Not quite sure, but he's now throwing a couple grenades on over towards Pistola, who still has this railgun and a decent amount of ammo. There it is. That's the camo guy, but he finds him. Getting his toe right there, taking down Straight Sick. Doesn't matter if it's a headshot, body shot, or it clips you on your toenail. Doesn't matter. L-Town, he's going to drop as well. Pressure coming in from the middle, the outside, and coming in from the silo right now is Straight Sick popping up on the base. All 4 members stuck in the base right now for Ronin. Here comes the pressure from Pistola. Mikwin going to find a kill. Can Pistola get the railgun kill? Is not able to connect on that one. Still has a player, no shields in front of him. Straight Sick now the last guy alive, and the flag's being pulled while a spawner is back to watch the spawns. Perfect scenario here for Envy.
Yeah, and you can see Pistola grabs double kill, gets into, he was weak, he was going to get taken out, but that would have been something if he pulled off a triple kill there. But now we're on board here with L-Town. They are down 2-0 and 2-0 in the series, so this is looking a little scary. They really need to turn it on now if it's going to be any hope of it's basically escaping relegation.
Yeah, exactly. This is such an important one for them to win because they need to get to that 2 mark. If they need to, they also need to see possibly Evil Geniuses lose, and I don't know if maybe the last matchup for these guys could be against Evil Geniuses, but either way, you don't even have to be thinking about that if you're Ronin. You just want to put as many debuts on the board as possible and not have to root for other teams' failures and just, you know, potentially succeed on your own. It's just so tough for these guys. Again, once they go down in the first game, the way that they lost that one, game number 2 being a steak dinner, now you're down 2-0. It's virtually impossible unless they just completely change what they're doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to be in control of your own destiny, not have to rely on, you know, an upset or something to make it into the league. We saw that situation with Evil Geniuses versus Optic. Now, that was not the matchup, the last match you want to be, to make it to finals, and we saw what happened there. But still, we're watching Hook. He's got the railgun. He's got camo now, so this is, once again, just map control and overall damage output heavily in Envy's favor.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time before they push in with this camo railgun here. Hook trying to find L-Town right there. Needs to make sure that he gets back up towards top center. Instead, he's just going to infiltrate the front of the base. Interesting. He wants to get pretty aggressive and look like open this up and possibly be the flag guy as the camo guy. Only has 1 more shot in the railgun, so not the worst play in the world, but looks like Ola is doing work over towards the engine side, completely opening up Hook to go and toss that flag out. I love that play coming in from Hook. Tosses it out, baits out Straight Sick, and then gets the kill with the railgun. That's going to be Suspector as well. Now the last guy alive is distracted over towards the porch, so that's when he runs the flag, and this is all but over for Ronin. Envy just way too strong. You do have a counterpull coming in from the elbow side, and 2 players pushing in front of the base, so possibly a little bit too early there, as you do have the flag being returned. Possibly too much celebration coming in from the Envy side of things and overslaying inside of their base.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, great return here by Ronin, but you really need to be putting some captures on the board as well, especially when Sniped Down is just running around, killing spree, perfect kill there. And yeah, Ronin did a great job, but it's just not enough at this point here. They really need to start getting some counter captures on the board.
Yeah, that's for sure. And Snipe Down going to drop over here. That's the first solid thing we've seen Ronin do in quite some time. overextending right there and getting that return. A lot having to do with this guy that we're watching right now, Straight Sick, who's the man on the front lines over here. That's going to be 2 kills going on over to Ronin, and the flag being tossed out. Good opportunity here for them. You do have Spartan laying down some fire from top center, Suspector getting that kill right there. However, that flag is around the corner and returns, so unfortunate there for Ronin. They could have possibly did something with that. They are, however, in control now over top center with camo and railgun on the map, so possibly being able to put their first flag cap on the board here.
If they do not get a flag capture out of this, then, you know, you can almost write them lights off or write them off at that point here, because they've got the camo, they got the railgun, they haven't been able to get anything going earlier, even on any kind of counter capture scenarios here. They've gotten the flag out a few times, but, you know, has it even gone past the 50-yard mark?
I don't know, but Spartan's just taking these really crazy routes to try to not get seen, and then all of a sudden a grenade just blows up right in front of his face randomly, taking him down to no shields. Now only a sliver of this camo left. Everyone in front of him, though, possible overkill here coming in from Spartan, but that's going to be Rona running around. Suspector going to get that kill onto him. So no multi-kills here for Spartan, but a wingman coming up instead. Just very patient with this camo. It's pretty crazy considering how down they are in this series, in this game, how patient Spartan's been. Nice prediction grenade onto Hook, but Hook runs right through it, and the double team coming in with Mikwin.
That was a great thrust by Hook, recognizing that that nade was going to be a little bit, it was a perfect nade had he not been able to thrust there, but he was able to escape a lot of that damage there, and sure enough, just another prevented flag opportunity here by Envy.
Yeah, so many players down on the map right now. You can see that was 2-on-2 situation. Now Hook chucking out a couple of grenades, trying to lay down fire on the players, making their way down towards the railgun, switching on over the light rifle and weakening them even more. Maybe he's going to make his rotation on over to top center eventually, but Straight Sick coming around the silo is going to stop him from doing that. You also have Ola top center too. This is good aggression coming out from Ronin. They have a couple players on the ropes right now. It's going to be Pistola and Snipe Down dropping, so now Mikwin and the Hook, the only guys alive. But anytime that you play a little bit of defense like this with 4 minutes left on the clock and they haven't gotten a capture in 8 minutes, it's looking stronger and stronger in Envy's favor.
Ooh, we'll see how this one plays out in their base. Spartan not recognizing Snipe Down is pushed in. He does a great job buying so much time here. Snipe Down not able to get that headshot for so long. Might have reloaded even twice during that fight here. But like we said, even if you're in their base and doing all that distraction and just being such an impact here on the enemy team, if you're not getting those flag runs or putting any of these on the board, it's just not going to work out in your favor. It's down 2-0, still down 2-0 in this game, and 3.5 minutes left to play.
I wonder if Snipe Down saw the guy on his radar. I don't think he did. That was Straight Sick. Ran by him, and now he's hearing from his teammates that Straight Sick came over towards the elbow side for Envy. He's going to get dropped there, and now Snipe Down just locking this down again. Just tick, 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 time just coming off of the clock here, and nothing that Ronin can do about it besides try to get some sort of top center control and just make their way into the Envy base somehow. You're not going to magically just get over there for free. You're going to have to kill them on your way. But I haven't seen anything from this game that said, ooh, nice assassination there from Straight Sick. I haven't seen anything besides the pressure coming in from Spartan with the camo, and then Straight Sick with the nice overextension from the elbow that says that Ronin's ready to play with Envy on this game type.
Yeah, I mean, and that was almost classified as an injury by Straight Sick onto Snipe Down, but it looks like he went for a melee. Either way, great play by Straight Sick. It was one of those opportunities that, you know, hopefully you get something going. He even got a flag pull out of it, but unfortunately for them, Pistola was hiding on the flag, gets the kill. Big battles happening over here, and as we're watching, you can see in the kill feed, Mikwin just picked up a kill on Suspector. Now, I actually flipped over and saw some of that. Mikwin just destroyed Suspector.
Spartan coming in there with Pistola, dropping him. 2 minutes left on the clock. Railgun popping up here any second. You're gonna need a miracle right here if you're Ronin. Not sure what they can do over here. Spartan, he's gonna dodge a grenade, walk right by it. Hook, he's caught down to no shields, eventually gonna drop to the battle rifle. Now's your opportunity here, guys. You have 2 dead. It's a 2-on-2 situation. You're gonna have to get that railgun, though. You saw that it got picked up right below you, but Pistola with the sneaky play. Him pretty much grabbing that railgun and potentially picking up whatever this camouflage comes up is going to secure the game for Envy.
Yeah, I mean, he's just doing an amazing, incredible job this game here. Just pointing out some of the stats. Hook's at 23 and Pistola's at 22 kills. Straight Sick's also at 22, but it is going to be Envy that is outslaying Ronin now.
Yeah, they're outslaying them, but not by a substantial margin. I mean, this is the first time that we've seen Ronin kind of keeping up with these guys in terms of being able to go blow for blow with them. But the thing is you've seen Pistola there with the railgun. You haven't seen nearly as many power weapon kills in this series for Ronin as you did see from Envy, and that is by far the reason that they're losing this one, besides a culmination of a few other things. But it's the easiest thing to point out and say, hey guys, we can just focus this a little bit more. We let Hook come off with the railgun for free right to start this one, and we didn't even pick up the camouflage. Now Pistola here with the railgun. I'm curious to see how many power weapon pickups, again, they had, just like we compared them in Coliseum, because it definitely is in the favor of Envy.
Oh, it is going to be 100% in Envy's favor here as we see whether or not Envy will be able to get that last flag put in with 40 seconds left here to play. Pistola has the flag in the base, gets taken out. There's players going for a grab, maybe a return here as well. They get taken out, so that's a 3v1 situation. Last guy alive is Spartan over here. Will get a kill, but not going to be enough to get a flag return. And just like that, we're looking at a 3-0 here in favor of Team Envyus over Ronin.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time before that game was over and the series was over. I mean, after the disaster start there in Rig Strongholds, I just didn't see it happening for Ronin. I mean, not just because Ronin's record or where they're currently sitting, but more or less the way that Envy was playing. I mean, they're running on all cylinders. That is, again, the Envy that I've been waiting to see for quite some time. Even in series that they've won, especially in series that they've lost, you've seen maybe 1 or 2 bad games coming out in a best-of-5 series from 1 or 2 separate individuals, and they're always kind of taking their turns. But we didn't see that. We saw all 4 players be on the same page, and I'm sure Alumni behind them as well, keeping them on the same page too. But just what a series coming out from Envy, really just showing what they're made of.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll take a look at the stats here in a minute, and there are definitely some things to talk about here. So overall, as far as slays go, like we said, it is going to be Envyus out-slaying Ronin. Then you had the 26 and 17 coming out of Pistola here.
10 power weapon kills overall for Envy. 3 power weapon kills overall. So I wish we had the stat of power weapon kills throughout the entire series, because it was almost triple or quadruple the amount every single time for Envy. And that is just so tough to fight back from, again, when you're already the underdog in this series. So, you know, the pickup for Altown, it hasn't, you know, given them much in terms of wins on the board for the Pro League. They were doing great in the scrims, but again, they're struggling the same way that Straight Rippen's struggling to find the weapons. They need to get Straight, Sick, and Spartan going, just like how the other guys on Straight need to get it going too. Denoxide, we saw him picking up the weapons today, but we didn't see anything from Ronin besides 2 good plays. 1 Spartan with the camo, 2 Straight Sick with the flank. Other than that, it was literally Envy just dominating.
Yeah, speaking of Envy, we do have an interview now with the winning team. It's going to be Snipe Down from Team Envyus. Snipe Down, welcome and congratulations on that win. Now, you guys are finding yourselves in the middle of the pack here. You know, what is your mindset coming into the final week of the HCS?
Yeah, just final week of the HCS, just winning out, ending on a strong note. And, you know, we have a whole month to practice after this Pro League is over. So not literally dwelling too much on our record, just kind of focusing on what's in front of us.
Yeah, one of the things that a lot of people don't realize too is the record is kind of based on who you're playing. And this week for you guys, you're playing against the 7th and 8th ranked teams. But overall, I'm seeing a big jump in terms of you guys playing stronger individually. Has anything changed from you guys maybe in the last week or two to see a little bit stronger performance?
Yeah, we just hadn't really practiced as much. We were undisciplined. I actually went on a little bit of vacation, went to a really good friend of mine's wedding, and came back straight into a big week of Pro League. So we were a little behind on that fact. But, you know, we were able to practice and had some really good scrims against some of the top teams in this season of Pro League. And we've been playing out of our minds, just kind of laid everything out on the table and what we were doing wrong. And we've been seeing extremely high improvement rate.
So I'm curious for you guys right now, you don't have to answer if you don't want to because it's a little bit of intel, but what are you guys focusing on game type wise? What do you guys feel like is your stronger game types right now, and what do you guys feel like you need to work on a little bit more?
Well, during that down period where we were getting losing scrims, losing Pro League matches, we were losing every Slayer, and that was our strong point for a while. And then recently in our scrims, we've been winning every Slayer. We're all over the place. Sometimes we can't win a stronghold. Sometimes we'll win every stronghold. I don't know. We're all over the place when it comes to that. So we're just kind of focusing on everything as a whole.
Gotcha. Now, we have a lot of exciting matches left in store here. Now, you guys have previously found yourself winning Pro Leagues. Now, of course, you're down near the middle of the pack. How do you see this Optic versus Splice series playing out tonight, having 2 undefeated teams?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's pretty similar. It's like looking from an outside perspective of us and Optic last season, kind of going head to head for that final spot near the final week or whatever. But I think Splice is, you know, they're going to come out hot, and I think it's going to be a really great series. I'm excited to see a team like that put Optic up in a fight.
Give me a prediction.
Let's go with the underdog. I'll go 3-2 Splice.
3-2 Splice. Game 5 prediction?
You want me to give a prediction?
50-47.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm not giving a prediction. All right, 50-47. We'll hold you to it.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks, I'm down.
Yeah, so there you have it. They're looking strong. And like you said, they took a little bit of a break, came back and practiced really hard. Sometimes when you take a little bit of a break, whether it's like, you know, 5 days to a week, that's something that could really, you know, help you mentally. So he seems to be pretty refreshed and focused.
And I mean, let's not forget Envyus. Clearly an amazing, incredible squad. But these guys have consistently been just inconsistent. They've constantly winning and then falling short, dropping to the losers bracket all the time and making those huge runs. So this isn't something that is, you know, unusual for them. We've seen this fluctuation out of them for quite some time. But of course, if you are at home watching and you want to see where you can recap all of the Halo action, make sure you head over to the link on the bottom of your screen. That is youtube.com/ESL Halo to find all of the VODs there. Now, when we come back, we go into our 3rd match of the night, Team Liquid versus Evil Geniuses. So don't go anywhere, and we're going to find out which of these 2 powerhouse squads comes out on top.